Good morning, my faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. This is my new Instagram page, Walter L. Hampton II. Please make sure to subscribe to it, as my last page got ate by the coronavirus. Good morning, my faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. Today is Tuesday. It is the 11th. Tuesday, August 11th. The year is 2020. It's a beautiful day today. Today's election day, so I gotta get out and go vote. For those of you who don't vote, no justice, no peace, black power. Now the time is to show that you really mean what you say by marching your ass in black fists in the air and walking into a voting booth and voting. I've had so many arguments over the past few weeks with people who do not vote. They talk all this shit on Facebook, but they're not going to dare vote. It's just weird to me. Someone who I happen to like, we had a conversation. This is somebody to explain how voting has helped black people. And I said, well, I grew up in Gary, Indiana, back in the 70s. Just across the border in Michigan, my grandmother's house, there was really no running water or sewage connections. This was in Michigan. There were parts of Gary that also didn't have daily running water or sewage connections. It wasn't until black mayors came into office that with black votes were we able to vote to have these homes disconnected from what do you call those things, outhouses, so to speak, and get sewage connections. I remember they were installing and upgrading all the sewage connections when I was a little kid in Gary and in Michigan. That would not have taken place without black politicians who were voted in office fighting just to make sure we had clean running water and electricity and clean homes, affordable homes. Sometimes we forget. I never forgot watching my grandmother boil water for us to take baths when we were little kids when we were in Michigan in the wintertime. I never forget the fireplaces she had in that house, because she didn't have central heating there in Michigan in wintertime, and how cold that house would get. Eventually the state tore down that house and built my grandmother a brand new home right next door on her land. Voting has significantly changed the lives of black people. Some of y'all have not been around to see it. If you're under the age of 30, or even under the age of 40, you might not remember what New York looked like, or Chicago in the 70s, or Washington, D.C., cities that y'all happen to love now. Washington, D.C., Chicago, New York, parts of Atlanta were horrible. Miami, the same way. It took voting, putting politicians in office who cared, who brought in redevelopment. The development of the Hartsfield-Jackson Airport brought millions of jobs into Atlanta. That was a black mayor who did that. When you all say voting does no good, it just boggles the mind. These white oppressors have so got you all so messed up mentally that you don't even see the good voting has done for black folks. I've been in America, lived in America 50 years, and I can point out better schools, better streets, better roads, better living conditions. So simple stuff like water. Did you get it always right? Flint, Michigan was a complete fuck up there in Flint, Michigan, because Flint, Michigan voted and allowed for outsiders to control their water. Voting works, but you have to stay involved. You have to know who you're voting for and what are they asking for. Y'all keep screaming y'all want reparations. Fine. I'm for reparations too. Let's find candidates that support them and put them in place. Black votes, I think I'm a firm believer that black voters are some of the most powerful voters in this country when they show up to vote. But they have to show up to vote. And if you're not showing up to vote, you're not going to get nothing accomplished. It cannot be that hard to drop them PlayStations. Drop that weed. Tell your boss you're going on lunch break. They got early voting, mail-in voting, they got all kinds of options. It cannot be that complicated to get involved. That's if you want to get involved. And I met so many people, including family members, that I'm not voting. Voting doesn't do any good. Voting has done a lot of good for black people. Some of us just refuse to see it. I go run down a list of shit that being involved in politics and having black politicians and voting for them and getting something accomplished has done for us in these cities, in the United States. But some people don't want to see it. They want to remain blind and naive. And they're going to let this election day pass today and not vote. I have a busy day today. I got to go to this damn lab court, get some lab work done, and then I got to go over here and vote. Prayerfully, the places where I vote at, normally I can walk in and out because I missed the early vote. Now, I don't know why the early vote was right next door to me. I could have walked over there and early vote. That was dumb on my behalf. But I waited for it. I wasn't doing nothing. However, I'm going to sip on this tea, take a shower, put some clothes on, grab something to eat on my way out the door, prepare to go by LabCorp first, grab me something to eat, go get in line at the voting place. Everything goes well. I'm finished. I can head to the gym or come home and go to bed. Whichever way they go. Bravely this damn. I haven't seen any long lines at any of the voting booths. I was just watching the news to see what was going on. But these elections are important. You all want to march and protest and run up and down Peachtree Street, screaming and hollering all through Centennial Park. I hope there should be thousands of people in line today, registered and ready to vote. There should be lines down the street. And then we got the big election later on in the fall. We'll get rid of Donald Trump. This is some good tea here. It's cinnamon and lemon. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. But I bought some new tea. I drink coffee most of the time, but some mornings I like to get up and have some tea with fresh lemons and a little bit of sugar. Just something different. It's just very good today. Wake my ass up. So I can go get in line and vote. First, I got to go by the doctor's office first to see what the hell they talking about, doing some lab work. I was calling over there. You can't get to nobody these days. I'm calling it just automatic system. Just keep spinning you in a circle, spinning you in a circle, spinning you in a circle, and then spit you out. So I said, well, that's not. I just have to drive out there first and see what they say. That's all you can do these days. Drive by, either they're going to let you in or they ain't. There was even no way to make an appointment. It's like, you can make an appointment. I'm like, I want to make the appointment. I didn't. How? No way to make an appointment. So hopefully I should be able to get in and out of that place, get this little lab work with my blood pressure checked, and then on to the voting booth, which is not far from there, right around the corner. Now I grab me some breakfast. And then I'll make the decision about going to the gym. But please, get up, get out, participate, vote. Please. Voting has changed our country, particularly for black people. Whether we are willing to accept it or not, there have been hellified improvements for black Americans through the voting process. If y'all would pick up a history book and study these cities and states and how voting has improved our situation, you wouldn't even raise that question. But somehow some of these white people have deceived you all into believing. They deceived you into believing that your vote don't matter and it doesn't count. But your vote, Yes, your vote does matter. Your vote does count. Get up, go out, and participate and be involved. All the marching and protesting will mean nothing. All the yelling and screaming will mean nothing if you don't march into the voting booth and vote for someone that has your best interests at heart. We must be involved. That's the only way we're going to change this situation. We must get involved and stay involved. Vote every election. Do your research. The same way y'all research on the internet discussing this new song by Horse somebody, it was a WAP or something. I don't even know what it is. Y'all should have been discussing who's running for election or not. I know it sounds boring. Discussing who's running for political office that will have a direct impact on your daily life, but you might want to. You might want to know what's going on. Anyway, I'm about to get out here and take a shower and get going. Today is almost 10:30. I'm supposed to be out here. It is Tuesday, August 11th. The year is 2020. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of the day. Go vote. Go vote. Go vote. Go vote. Go participate. For those people who have voting today, like we do here in Georgia. Every state has a different election schedule, but today we do vote here in the Atlanta metropolitan here in Georgia. So runoff election. Anyway, I'm out of here and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.